Good morning, Marijuana Nation. It's Wednesday, August 30th, 2017, and you're tuned in to episode 321 of Marijuana Today Daily. I'm your host, Shay Gunther, and I'll be walking you through today's marijuana news and headlines. As always, we have a full and busy day of cannabis news in our hands, so let's jump right into it. Our top story of the day starts us off in Nevada, where yesterday the State Tax Commission unanimously denied an appeal by a group of liquor distributors who've been fighting to maintain a monopoly on licensing for marijuana distribution. This story's been a long-running one here on Marijuana Today Daily, with as many back and forths as a good game of ping pong. Yesterday's decision caps off a series of challenges raised by the liquor distributors, who were originally given an 18-month exclusive on distributing legal cannabis that wasn't set to start until January. Right now, all adult use marijuana in the state is sold through medical dispensaries in the so-called early phase of the industry. As those sales first spooled up last month, there was a shortage of licensed distributors, which opened the door to non-liquor distributors to get in on the action. That door, according to yesterday's judgment, is not closing anytime soon, though that could change on September 6th when the case is scheduled to start up before the Nevada Supreme Court. As we always do with the good stories, we'll stay on top of this one as it evolves. Donald Trump sycophant and white supremacist Roger Stone has issued a non-apology apology in the face of a mounting boycott effort aimed at his scheduled keynote address to be given at next month's Cannabis World Congress and Business Expo in Los Angeles. Mr. Stone's history of making racist and sexist comments and tweets have been coming back to bite him in recent weeks as activists with the Minority Cannabis Business Association first raised the alarms over Mr. Stone's keynote address following the murder and attack carried out by Mr. Stone's ideological allies in Charlottesville. His non-apology apology read, in part, quote, "There's no doubt that some of my tweets are too pungent and politically incorrect for my critics. In retrospect, I see that this attempt at sarcasm can be seen as a slur. Therefore, I heartfully apologize to all this gentleman." Unquote. Mr. Stone was referencing journalist Roland Martin there, who he had previously addressed in a tweet as, quote, "a Negro." And just in case anyone mistook his words as an indication that he was actually sorry, Stone wrapped up by saying, quote, "I don't expect this apology to appease my critics because, like the president, nothing I say can please them. Like Trump, I don't apologize as a general principle. I'm violating one of my own rules." Unquote. What an asshole. Our final top story of the day is the news that marijuana media company Herb has closed on a $4.1 million seed round of investment that saw the participation of, among other investors, football legend Joe Montana. Herb is currently located in Toronto, but will be using some of the proceeds from this round of investment to move to Los Angeles and expand into New York City. Herb focuses on creating original video content for fans of marijuana and claims to have just over 5 million monthly unique visitors to their website with 2 billion monthly video views. I'm always happy to report on industry media plays doing well and look forward to further headlines as the company grows. Those are our top stories for today. It's time for Marijuana Today Daily Headlines Blitz. Before we blitz out on headlines, let's quickly thank our sponsor, MJ Today Media, which is actually going on a bit of an end of the summer hiatus starting tomorrow and running through Monday, September 4th. We'll be back with our regular schedule of podcasts and email newsletters on Tuesday, September 5th. I hope you all enjoy your Labor Day weekend while trying to take at least a moment or two to appreciate the workers and organized labor movement that got us, among other things, the 40-hour work week. All right, time for the Blitz. U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who probably wishes he were back in the 1980s right about now, what with that whole impending collusion with the Russians thing and all, criticized Hollywood and media elites for sending mixed messages on drug use, echoing countless similar statements made by clueless government officials stretching way back through and past the 1980s. Addressing the National Alliance for Drug Endangered Children in Green Bay, Wisconsin yesterday, a group whose name just screams, "What about the children?" Attorney General Sessions said that the nation needs to toughen up on drug abuse, saying, quote, "We must create and foster a culture that is hostile to drug abuse. Accommodation to a rattlesnake in your bed is a path to disaster." He has that last part right, at least. Turning to Maryland, we have news that up to 6 new medical marijuana dispensaries could open up in Harford County, but that their final locations won't be posted until all licenses have been issued. Maryland medical marijuana businesses must first get their state license to operate before dealing with any local county and municipal guidelines specifically set up for the industry. This is a good one to open up and read in full. As always, we have all the news we cover linked to on our website at mjtodaydaily.com and on our Twitter account at mjtodaydaily. Dixie Brands, a Colorado-based manufacturer of various marijuana products, is pulling out of the Arizona market, at least temporarily. The company just announced the pullback, saying that it ended up being more expensive to operate in the state than they had anticipated, but that they hoped to return when that situation changes. Jumping out to California for a few headlines, we have a potential conflict brewing between legal marijuana cultivators and Southern California Edison, the power company that is warning that it might not have the capacity available to support large-scale industrial cannabis cultivation operations within the city of Adelanto. This story, just like its subject matter, is a complicated one, so I'd suggest clicking over for the full read. This is definitely an issue that we're going to see pop up all over the place. The Humboldt County Deputy Sheriff's Organization is trying to reduce the number of large indoor cultivation operations within their county and is launching a new advertising and public awareness campaign in support of the push. The organization says they're not interested in going after small-scale growers, but rather want to shut down large grows that, quote, cause entire neighborhood blocks to smell of cannabis, unquote. One of the ideas they're pitching is a special tax designed to hit illegal growers by slapping a 45% tax on any electricity used above 600% of an average house's load. Speaking of cutting down on illegal marijuana businesses, we have the city of San Diego cracking down on illegal marijuana delivery services. Leafly has a good piece up about their efforts to reduce the number of illegal delivery services, which sprung up in great numbers after the city started busting and closing non-licensed dispensaries. This is another good one to click over for the full read. And finally for today, we have a long piece in MarketWatch that looks at the business hopes and dreams of marijuana delivery service Ease, which is currently burning about $1 million a month as it works to establish itself as the leading cannabis delivery service. With them spending that much money, you would hope that the company has big goals in mind, and MarketWatch's piece does a good job of illustrating just how big those goals are, with Ease saying they want to sell $1 billion a year in cannabis products, or the equivalent of a 33-foot cube of marijuana flower. Those are the headlines and news for the day. I'll be back with you again on the morning of Tuesday, September 5th, with another information-packed episode of Marijuana Today Daily. But in the meantime, if you have any stories to share or feedback to give, zip us an email to headlines@mjtodaydaily.com. And while you're clicking around the interwebs, swing over to our Twitter account at mjtodaydaily and visit our website at mjtodaydaily.com to find links to all the news we cover. Thanks to our sponsor, MJ Today Media, and to all of our awesome patron listeners for the support that makes this show possible. To join the illustrious ranks of the patron listeners yourself, swing over to our website at mjtodaydaily.com and click on that big blue button at the top of the page that says Become a Patron. I'm your host, Shay Gunther. Thanks for tuning in and starting your day with marijuana today.
One take, Shay. One take.